Good morning, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna be fishing a different part of the river today. We're staying at my favorite spot here, the Red Rose Motel. So super secret, undisclosed location. I got some good tips by some local fishermen and establishment owners of where to jump in the river, where to access the points. So we're gonna see if we could get on some trout today. Carl's paint and paper. That did not take long. Hook set. I gotta get one of me actually hook, line, and sinker on this trip because that was a nice one. Nice hook set right through the lip. And I'm gonna prop you up here and see if we could get some even better footage. So when I showed up to the river this morning, it was like 6:30, just before 7 o'clock. Started tossing around the stonefly with a dropper off the back to no avail. So switched over to the woolly bugger, which is pretty heavy for this lightweight rod I got, but still did the deal. All right, guys, so I hooked into a nice brown. Of course, I didn't get the release on camera, but once I switched over to this woolly bugger here, we're in this nice slower moving current. The flow has been heavy lately, but we smashed them. So it came right out of this run right here. So I'm gonna set the camera up, fish this next hole. So after I caught that first trout, I ventured out for another 2 hours on that river. I started out with, like I said, a stonefly and then a dropper off the back. But once I like switching over to the woolly bugger because I've only caught probably 2 trout on a dry fly. The rest have been on the wet fly. And I'd really like to get into streamer fishing. So I think I'm going to step up my gear eventually. And because there's some nice trophy-sized trout in this beaver kill and lower branch, upper, I don't know. There's so many branches. It's hard to keep track. But this is definitely the beaver kill. And right across from one of my other favorite spots, which I almost told you, but I'm not going to tell you where I was. But it's a cool spot up there in the Catskills. We love it. I'll be back soon. And this was the end of my day, and we ventured back to Long Island after this. So only that first trout in the morning, and that was it. That was a good. Once I switched over to the woolly bugger, got a couple good hits, landed that one brown trout. Now we're gonna come back here. I'm gonna get my coffee going. We're gonna head back to Long Island. So we'll be back up fishing. Carl's paint and paper on site in the Catskills. Before I let you guys go here, I'll give you a quick rundown of my new gear that I got. I got the Aquas, $429 for the waders. I was renting them for like the last whole season, so having a decent pair. I got the Grundens, the boots. What a difference having the right gear. I was out there 3.5 hours today, didn't get wet, didn't stub my toe. The next thing I'm going to get is the magnetic net. I shopped all this stuff from the local Livingston Manor Det Flies. They're always knowledgeable. They got classes and stuff, but definitely having the right gear, you know, lets you out there and you can access the fish. You can hit the good spots. Carl's paint and paper on site in Roscoe, New York, slaying them trout this weekend. We'll catch it up. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. Here's an up close of the boots I got, the Grundens. But hit that subscribe button, fish fam. Peace out.